Hi and welcome to our new session about Azure Container Apps. As you know, Azure Container Apps provide a serverless hosting service built on the foundation of AKS, Azure Kubernetes Service, allowing developers to deploy multiple containers without dealing with the underlying infrastructure. In today's demo, we are going to create a simple environment where we are going to deploy an front application, exactly a React application, to Azure Container App environment. So we'll have only one app instance inside our environment that will be connected to Azure Container Registry. We will create that too, and also Azure Log Analytic Workspace that will contain all the logs. We will expose this front-end application to the internet so we can go and see its content. Before deploying to Azure, let me go through the application and show you what we are going to build or run. So in this first demo, we are going to run a simple React application. For that, I'm going to show you the source code and how to run it locally. First, as you can see here, we have all our files. And in order to run this application, we should just run npm start like that. And now we are going to see the result of our application, what we are going to see as a demo. So here, if we go to localhost 3000 and refresh, I'm using this API that I have hosted inside the front application. So this should right now let us see a table that will contain this data presented in this format: display name and location for the Azure locations. So this is the demo that we are going to deploy to Azure. So right now we will stop compiling this, and you can see here we have a Docker file. Since we are going to push our solution to Azure Container Registry, we want to use containers. So right now, what I'm going to do is first creating the Azure Container Registry. So let's go to the Azure portal and look for Container Registry. As you can see here, Container Registry. We are going to look for it. And right now we are going to create a new resource group. Let's name it RG dev containers, since I'm going to deploy it in France. So fr.-001. Let's give the registry name. We cannot use dash with the registry name. And let's try always to follow the best practice with the naming convention. I only need the basic plan, and in the basic plan you cannot change the network. And let's create this. Okay, so right now we are here waiting for the Azure Container Registry. Okay, and it have been created. Let's go here and we can see inside the resource group, if we refresh, that we have Azure Container Registry here. We can see here the access key, the identity. Let's enable the identity. We are going to use it later in the demos. And here, let's wait for this. Let's go and see access keys. As you can see here, I'm going to activate this for now, but later we are going to use better practice, better than using the admin or the access keys. And here, as you can see, we have empty repositories. For that, I'm going to push this solution to the Azure Container Registry repository. For that, we need to build our solution, tag it, and later push it here. But first of all, we need to log in to our container registry from our local machine in order to push it. In other videos, we will use the Azure pipelines. We will use the power of DevOps to deploy, automatically deploy this to our environment. But for this demo, we are going to deploy this from our local machine. and I'm going to log in to my container registry in order to push this front-end application. It seems I forgot to run the Docker desktop, so we need the Docker daemon to be running in order to build and push this to Azure Container Registry. Okay, it started, so we should be good right now in order to build and push. Okay, let's log in using this username and this password. Okay, we are good. Now let's we can actually follow this kickstart demo if you're not familiar with the Azure Container Registry or Docker. Okay, now this is the Docker file. As you have seen, I'm in the same location. Let's build the solution. I already have built it before, so this is why it's a bit fast. Now we need to tag this solution and push it to the repository. For that, I'm going to copy paste the docker tag command, and now I'm going to push this, and we'll see together using the push command. Right now everything is being pushed. Okay, let's wait a few seconds in order to see our solution pushed here, our container being in this repo. Okay, we should see it right now. As you can see here, our demo, and the tag is latest by default since we didn't add a version of tags, so by default it's latest. Now the next step is to create the Azure Container Apps environment that will contain the app container for the front end. So let's look for container apps. Let's create it. First, we need to choose the resource group. We are going to use the same resource group that we have used for the Azure Container Registry. Let's give our container app name, and each container app should live inside container app environment. So the environment in Azure Container Apps is a secure boundary around several container apps. It contains at least one single container app or many, and all container apps within an environment are deployed into a dedicated Azure Virtual Network. So here I'm going to choose the environment type. For this demo, we are going to use consumption only. We don't need workload profiles, but for production, I think workload profiles is better. Here I'm going to leave this name like that, and for zone redundancy, we don't need it for this demo. Okay, and everything seems good. Container right now, we are going to we can use Azure Container Registry, we can use Docker, we can use public and private registries. For the demo, we are going to select the Azure Container Registry that I have created and the tag that I have put. And for now, I'm going not to use the environment variables, but later, since I'm using an environment variable that put the link of the backend here, in the further video, we are going to see how we can change this, how we can use the environment variable in order to say, hey, this is variable, and this is the link that I'm going to use for that variable or the content of that variable. So here we have put everything like that, and we are going to use Ingress right now in order to allow the traffic from the internet or anywhere to our front end, since it's a front end, not back end. And here we have session affinity in order to let the user go back always to the same pod that he have visited before. We will talk about this later in further video also. So right now, what we want to see is our app going live. We will wait a few seconds. So I was saying that the environment is a secure boundary around several container apps, and each environment can have one or many single containers, but at least one single container, sorry, and all these containers are deployed into a same dedicated Azure Virtual Network, which make it possible for these different container apps to communicate securely between each other. Right now, everything has been created, and if we can see here in our resource group, we have the container registry, we have the container app environment, the container app, and we have log analytic workspace that is connected to our environment. So here we can do a lot of configuration. For example, here we have Dapper, which is Azure Container App open project, which is Microsoft sponsored open source project that we can add in order to build loosely coupled application. You can see further information on Microsoft website. We can see the logs here, so latest container apps that have crashed or run it. We can stream the logs from inside the container app environment, and we can choose to save the Azure inside Azure Log Analytics or do not save logs here, and we can save it either to Azure Monitor. Here we can see the apps. So here we have the app that we have created, and the app that we have created contain application URL, and if we click, you can see our application going live right here. So this is the link, Azure Container App.io. Okay, as you can see, we have a React application and it's working fine, and this is the result that we want to have. So here we can see the monitoring of our application. If we refresh like that, we can see here it's refreshing. And on the left, we can have a revision. For each container app, you can create up to 100 revision. Revision are a way to deploy multiple versions of an application where you have the option to send the traffic to a certain revision, and you can select if a revision mode will support one active revision or multiple active revision at the same time to support, for example, A/B testing scenarios or canary deployments. And here we can see our container. We can see the details of our container. We can do a lot of changes here. We can add file shares and secrets. We can edit the deployment. We can scale it. We can see the secrets values. A lot of configuration can be done or can be updated from here. As you can see, we can add CPU cores up to 2 cores. We can increase the memory and up to 4 gigabytes. And here we can see scale and replica. Auto scaling in Azure Container Apps support scaling application to meet demands from 0 instance up to maximum numbers of instances configured on the scaling rules. This means that in some service it can go to 0 replica if there are no event triggered or no request received. This means that no cost is incurred. So as you can see here, we can set up to 300, I think, replica. And there are different scaling triggers supported in Azure Container Apps, such HTTP requests, scaling based on the CPU and memory usage, and event-driven scaling with the support of KIDA, which is Kubernetes Event-Driven Auto Scaling. As you can see here, we can add identity. We can save secrets here. For example, here, since we have connected our application to Azure Container as registry, by default, it's creating a secret that contain the keys in order to connect to Azure Container Registry. Here we can modify the ingress in order to, for example, put our application to limited to container apps environment, in order, for example, to change the port, the target port, or to allow traffic to a certain IP address. Here we can set up continuous deployment, And in further video, we are going to use the power of DevOps in order to use it. As you can see here, we can add a domain name to our application. And here, Dapper, we have already talked about it. You can include it. All right. And we can activate the identity here, the system assigned identity, but we are not going to use it right now. We can enable cores here to allow certain host name to connect to the front. We can activate alerts. We can see live stream logs from our application, what's going on inside the console, and even what's going on inside the system itself. Here, as you can see. And here I refresh. Okay, we can use the command, the console command, in order to connect to our container and do a modification or see some logs, see what's going on, and we can connect to it in order to do whatever we want. Here, let me go back here to our environment. As you can see here, we have by default log analytics connected to our app container environment in order to save the logs. And this was the first demo. And in the next part, we are going to add backend and connect to it. Thank you. I hope you liked this demo. Bye.